about them in the preseason was warranted. What a role this group's been on here early on.
And you want to talk about hitting the ground running? They've done exactly this. And you got to give a lot of credit to their coaching staff for getting this team locked in early.
And now the opening lineup for Phoenix. The forwards, Allen and Durant. Then there's Devin Booker. Then it's Nick Richards. And for the Timberwolves, Conley and Edwards are the guards. McDaniels is out there with Randall. And it's Reed in at the 5 roaming the paint. RJ, for the few teams already suffering big-time injuries, how do they keep up their spirits? How do they keep going?
I feel like the term next man up is overused, but what it comes down to is you need to have faith in the guys you have available.
And you have to stay up on Edwards out there, which is dangerous because he's so good at going right around.
Covered by Conley with the drive, up and in on the layup.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Now here's Edwards. Pass to Conley. And the layup's good off the glass.
And he's been a terrific point guard in this league for a long time. Mike Conley just knows how to play.
KD, a screen on Conley. It's tipped. It's stolen by Edwards. For the finish, and Edwards with the stop.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
We know mistakes lead to breaks. That's just textbook right there. Guy's just ridiculous. He is just an absolute surgeon when he has the ball. This man is surgical. There is no way to slow him down when he wants to score.
Now here is Conley. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. Randall against Durant. From 8. Randall no good.
And the defense was all over him once he got in close. Didn't want him to get too comfortable.
RJ, we know that the Suns missed the playoffs for about a decade, but now they seem to be getting some traction. How do you view them?
I view them as a team that's in transition. Obviously, they have Devin Booker, the homegrown star. The guy has blossomed there in front of everyone's eyes. And after that finals run, they've really been searching. He's the last player there. But whenever you have Kevin Durant on your team, you are always on the verge of something special. Out to a hot start, 4 makes and 5 shots to begin this ball game.
And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
I had a chance to catch up with Chris Finch. I asked him about his team's plan and trying to contain Kevin Durant. He said, I don't think you can contain Kevin Durant.
Timeout.
Our focus is trying to have him take tough shots and hope he misses most of them. We'll see if they can put any pressure on KD tonight, guys.
Thanks so much, David. And one of the trademarks of the many best point guards in the league, their ability to score in addition to distribute. So here now a look at the top scoring point guards this season. 5th on the list, Devin Booker.
Well, this is a collection of maybe the most well-rounded players in our league. I mean, to see those kinds of scoring numbers from the point guard position is crazy.
Yeah, these guys aren't out there just to run the offense for their teams. They pretty much are the offense, and they can light it up.
Now here's Randall. Last game, 26 points, 5 on the clock. From down in the low post, it goes. Look at the last game for the Suns. It was a win against the Thunder.
Yeah, those road games are tricky, but they had a good strategy going in and stuck to what they do best.
Yeah, despite the challenges of being away from home, they were able to execute cleanly and look really fresh out there.
Booker against Edwards. Reed with a screen on Booker. Near the three-point line, it's Edwards. Misses, and he wants that one back.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
Tough to watch those miss. I'm sure they'll convert the next chance.
Basket counts. He's got 6.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
Now, here's McDaniels. He had an 18-point outing in their last game against the Kings in Sacramento.
He's more than chipped in on the glass as well. Just a tremendous effort last time out. That's just a bucket like you expect him to make. It's tough when you miss those.
Down low, here's Booker. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. Minnesota in the lead. Randall dishes to Edwards. Driving to the basket. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Oh, man, he's feeling it this quarter. They should be looking to get him going every trip down the floor.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here.
Gotta admire what he's been able to.
Randall from outside drops in the tray. Randall's got 5 now.
And helping the team space the floor there. Randall with so much more confidence now from the outside.
Booker outside. 1:31 left in the first quarter. The 11-footer, it's good. It's his second basket. He's shooting 2 for 4.
Punch, counter punch. Impressive offensive production early on.
You have to think at this point the winner will be the one to settle in on defense.
Alexander Walker finds Randall. It's rebounded by O'Neal. Suns trail by 3. Suns moving the ball around. Booker in the corner. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. And coming in is a 4-spacing 2-guard. How impressive is it, RJ, that Devin Booker is holding down the point?
And it's not just the rate of assists. He's limiting his turnovers in great fashion, too, despite his high usage.
Looking at who's out there now for the Timberwolves. Einard's checked in, and it's Edwards in for Clark. It's Edwards on the wing. Pass to Alexander Walker. 6 on the shot clock. Overdone. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him. And the Timberwolves lead by 3. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Defended by DiVincenzo. 11 seconds left to play here in the first. And he drives in, and he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Oh, how about using the rim to get some true hang time?
You know, he just wanted to make sure the landing was softer than the takeoff. Near the three-point line, it's Edwards. Anthony Edwards has been leading the charge for the Timberwolves. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. And we'll be back with you shortly. And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for Minnesota.
The ball movement has been outstanding so far. They've come out of the gate looking for that extra pass.
And they've also been feeling it from beyond the arc. Good start for them so far.
They've got Edwards. Joe Ingles is out there with Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Then there's Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Gobert in at the 5 down low. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. Wasted no time on that one. Edwards got 11 points.
And so good off the bounce. Edwards working on his shot off the catch, and it is paying off.
Outside, Martin. It's stolen by Edwards. Edwards at the rim.
An incredible reverse throwdown. Excellent body control.
And guys, I'd even go as far to say that was a punctuation dunk. To the inside. Knocks it loose. Fast break. Here we go. Puts it up from 15. He squares up and sinks it. DiVincenzo's got the lead up to 8 now for the Timberwolves. And Mike Budenholzer has called a timeout. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guy. Timberwolves making a change here. Clark's checked in. Phoenix also making some changes. Nick Richards, he's checked in for Plumlee. Durant comes in for O'Neal. And Grayson Allen subbed in for Dunn. Pass to KD. Durant, the long-range shot, finds its mark.
Slick shot by Durant. Gets the pass and is in his motion a second later.
Edwards passes to Gobert. Back to Edwards. The shot, no good. Some solid defense there from KD. KD, a screen on DiVincenzo. Into the lane.
And some hang time on the rim. Puts a little cherry on the top of that slam.
Well, those kind of displays of strength can get one team rolling. You know, Greg, when you look at the Timberwolves' history, the first round had been a problem for them. But not last year, as they swept the Phoenix Suns.
And you got to look at it as being a tremendous success, right? Because going into the season, I don't know that anyone thought they would have made it to the conference finals. But, boy, that young group gelled well together, and the sky's the limit for the future.
Give some love to KD there, making the unselfish play.
On our AT&T 5G Slam Cam, you just saw an explosive highlight. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. A three-pointer is right on target.
He can really stroke it from deep. You have to keep better tabs on him.
Puts up a deep three. Rebound, Minnesota. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Sacramento.
And in terms of intensity, they kind of took the night off. Looked like they were just going through the motions.
Yeah, you hate to be critical, but that's part of our job. You have to call it the way we see it. That night, they were flat.
Here's Edwards. Allen with the rebound. Suns trail by 4. Defended by DiVincenzo. Martin for 3. Hits it from three-point range. Martin's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. DiVincenzo against Martin. Pass to Alexander Walker. Gobert with a screen on Allen. Inside. And slam dunk by Gobert.
And all of that size rolling there after that screen. Gobert moves now with such confidence when in the pick and roll.
And Mike Budenholzer has called a timeout. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Reed, he's checked in for Gobert. Julius Randle comes in for Clark. McDaniels, he's checked in for Alexander Walker. And it's Conley in for Dante DiVincenzo. Plumlee, he's checked in for the Suns. Booker comes in for Martin. The score now all even. He's got 15.
Yeah, great outside shooting, really fueling this run.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Anthony Edwards is figuring things out. He said there's levels. My first few years, I looked for my shot and nothing else. I've learned that I can't win without my teammates and that I have to throw them the ball too. It's a team game. I know that now. Kevin, I know it too, so I'm throwing it back to you.
And you're the best teammate we could have. Thank you, David. Clock at 6. Good once again. That makes him 8 for 9 this game.
And shooting-wise, he's been fantastic, helping to build this lead.
Conley against Booker. Conley dishes to Randle. Pass to McDaniels. Back to Randle. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Randall's got it all tied up now for Minnesota. And now we're being joined by our 2K insider, Shams Charania, who's calling in with a good story. Shams, what do you have?
Thanks. Many consider this summer to be the most challenging field in the history of international basketball. Nevertheless, Team USA got it done in Paris. It's not getting any easier, but the star power of the U.S. men's team shined bright in the City of Lights. Guys, a classic ending for a stacked U.S. roster.
You're right. What a performance. Hey, Shams Charania with the report. Thanks, Shams.
Really, the defense is helpless to stop a layup right there. Just too much of an advantage in terms of the mismatch.
Durant with the screen on Conley. Outside Durant. So smooth on the three from Durant.
And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
Randall passes to McDaniels. Now Conley. Back to McDaniel. Outside Edwards. And again, it's Minnesota converted.
And we are seeing tonight why Edwards was selected first overall. Anthony has a special ability to score.
And timeout is called by Mike Budenholzer. Looking for a breather and maybe just one or two things to talk about. Dante DiVincenzo. He's checked in for Edwards. And the Suns making a change here as well. Richards is checked in. And that one, good. 19 points in the game.
This man is on fire. His team is winning, and it doesn't get better than that.
Conley feeling it out. Pass to Randall. Puts it up from 15. McDaniels kicks to Conley. Rebounded by Allen.
You know, he really just tried to do a little too much there. He shouldn't be afraid to kick that one back out.
Conley against Booker. Over Conley. Booker, no good. Timberwolves trail by 3. Randall down low. Guarded by KD. Outside Conley. Pass to Randall. Out to Conley. Beyond the arc. Phoenix grabs the miss.
That is not a guy you want to allow open looks from range. Lucky for the defense, he just couldn't get it to go.
And the dunk by Booker.
And with his skill, you kind of forget that Booker is 6'5" and can get to the rim with ease.
Outside Conley. And here is DiVincenzo. Pass to Randall. Outside Conley. Fires the 3. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Suns lead by 5. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks a lot, Katie. It looks like you guys were able to build as the half went along. What happened out there?
Well, we stayed with our defense. I think we were a little lazy to end that first quarter. We just came out and made them shoot tough shots and rebound the basketball and get some easy points.
Certainly showed in the...
Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
And thank you for joining us, as with 2 quarters in the books, it's looking good for the Phoenix Suns.
I like how they've been hitting the boards, man. Playing real hard. That's a great sign for the second half.
Yeah, but the score is close. And if they want to put...
All right, now, still early. And that's a halftime wrap. Let's get back to the second half with the call by Kevin Harlan and the crew.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Phoenix leading by 5. Greg, this is some kind of note. Last year, Minnesota, for just the second time, had ever won a series in the postseason.
Yeah, they've been bounced in the first round 10 of 12 appearances. But last year's team was different. Their elite defense fueled the conference finals run.
And Phoenix, looking who they've got on the floor. They're going with Booker and Allen on the wing. Nick Richards out there with Durant.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
Booker is screen on Conley. To the paint. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That's on Jaden McDaniels.
Now, we know that Booker can score with the best of them, and he's also very skilled at drawing fouls.
On offense, Devin Booker really does it all for his teams. He scores well and assists others. Richard, he can do it all.
You love to see that from a superstar. Booker just wants points on the board, and if he can't get a shot, he'll get a look for someone else. No surprise there. He's about as automatic as it gets from the stripe. I hope I didn't jinx him.
And that's what they're looking for from Edwards. Scoring from all areas of the court, even mid-range, keeps the defense honest.
Lobbed up there for... Oh, superb execution exhibited from Durant.
You just have to appreciate that play. Katie makes so many tough shots. Just give him an easy one every once in a while.
Conley dishes to Edwards. Reed with a screen for Edwards. And he's good on the 3-ball. Edwards got 5 points now this quarter.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
And you know who? Devin Booker.
He doesn't shoot from the corner 3 often, but Booker looked fearless sending that one up.
Now, here's McDaniels. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game. Just 5 to shoot. Near the 3-point line, it's Edwards. It's rebounded by Booker. Phoenix leading by 9. Edwards defending. Pass to Durant. And it's Phoenix scoring again.
Okay, I'm going to tell you something that everyone knows or should know. When Durant turns it on, there is no slowing him down. That's how lethal of a scorer he is in NBA history.
And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. He's ready to talk things through with the team. Now we get a chance to check out some stats for Naz Reid.
In the last 5 games, you can see the trend upwards for effective field goal percentage. And it shows you how confident he's playing right now.
A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. Conley the pass to Edwards. The Timberwolves again can't hit.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Booker against Edwards. Booker taking the hit.
Wow, 5 straight buckets coming out of half. They are rolling.
Randle outside. Back to Conley. Outside Edwards. And the foul called on Edwards. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
And it's Phoenix's ball. They're on a 13-5 run. Outside, KD. Cranes the 3-pointer. KD's got 9 points in the quarter.
And amazing what they're doing on offense here. Perfect from the field to start the half.
We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Reed with the screen on Allen. Here's McDaniels. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. McDaniels got 6. Booker against Edwards. Booker on the move. Anthony Edwards with the rebound. Timberwolves trail by 14. McDaniels finds Edwards. Here's Reed. 6 to shoot. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Greg, we've heard some veteran players and coaches say the league is skewing too young.
Well, because of the salary cap, you're often forced to play some younger guys, and they don't quite have a feel for the game yet. So possibly the product suffers, but it also gives you a chance to develop these young players in your system.
Alexander Walker, he's checked in for McDaniels. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for Phoenix.
All game long, they've been making it rain from the arc. And look, they've done it by feeding the hot hands.
And on top of that, they're getting a lot of points off assists. And it's always a good sign when your team is working as a cohesive unit.
Reed with a screen for Conley. Outside for Randall. 4 on the clock. That's in there. Conley with the assist. He's got 9.
You know, they like Randall to be an offensive presence in the paint. They want him to be an option on every possession.
Kicks it out to Booker. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. And so it's Randall bringing it up now for the Timberwolves. When this game is done, they'll be off to take on the Raptors. That'll be the first half of a 2-game trip. Switch. Now, here's Reed. Defended by Richards. A shot by Alexander Walker, no good. And here's Phoenix. They're on a 13-5 run. And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you very much. The Timberwolves have become a rough and rugged team. Swingman Jaden McDaniels said, "We don't let nobody push us around. We're always being physical defensively. I feel like we're a tough team, super tough." Kevin, they certainly have the size to hold their own.
Always being physical. But, David, that's their identity. And we thank you for the report. Rudy Gobert, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. Dante DiVincenzo comes in for Edwards. Here's DiVincenzo. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Conley's shot is off.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
DiVincenzo against Booker. Shoots over DiVincenzo. At the top of the key, Durant. No problems knocking that one down. KD's got 22.
He's looked practically unstoppable this quarter. The defense, yeah, well, they haven't had many answers for him.
And Kevin Durant, one of the top 10 scorers in league history. And RJ still going strong.
And he does it with efficiency, Kevin. Takes great shots, and he's incredibly accurate. And if he doesn't have a look, he's a willing passer.
Clark, he's checked in for Minnesota. Phoenix also making some changes. Mason Plumlee's checked in for Nick Richards. And Royce O'Neal subbed in for Devin Booker.
And, you know, one thing you have to admire about Randall is his hunger to get better. He is a real leader who leads by example. Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Always plays hard until the final whistle, no matter what the situation is. It's just one of those nights where he's been very good, but his team is losing, and that's just an odd feeling.
Some nice ball movement here by the Suns. Defended by Gobert. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Dunn. Shoots over Alexander Walker. They get it back. O'Neal with it. Second shot opportunity, and it's good on the layup. He's got 25.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
He's just riding the wave of momentum right now, getting to his spots and keeping things simple on the offensive side.
Back to DiVincenzo. And the 3 off target. Phoenix leading by 16. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock.
Offensively, Durant might be the most unguardable player in NBA history. He can shoot, dribble, pass, drive, you name it. Everything he does it at a high level on top of being 7 feet tall.
Free throw drops for KD. The Suns making a switch here. Durant hits them both.
Such a unique player. Kevin Durant, pure shooter, incredibly skilled, all at nearly 7 feet tall.
Randall surveying the D. Pass to Clark. And here's DiVincenzo from the arc. And so it's the Phoenix Suns holding a big 18-point lead to close the quarter. And their ability to get points in the paint has made all the difference in this one. And we've got more in 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
You've got to admire the vision just as much.
And so it's Phoenix easily grabbing this one. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something.